Right, so the terrine for the festive menu, it goes on a la carte as of 3rd of December. So it's a hammock terrine with duck liver, trumpet mushroom, carrots, comfy cabbage, and celeriac. So we start by lining the mold with the cling film, 4 layers. So when you take it out, it doesn't break. So 4 layers of cling film. Then we put palm ham on the outside to make sure we bind it so we get crust. First layer is your hammock. You're going to make sure the hammock is quite nice and moist. And obviously the prime is the foie gras. So we're going to put 1 piece of foie gras going across the whole lot. So, and you can obviously double up to make sure you use all the foie gras. So now every slice is going to have foie gras. So the key is that you're going to slice it this way, which means that you have to layer it this way. So you always have to bear that in mind. So once you've done the first layer, you put a bit of black trumpets on there. You try to make sure they're all coming down on the side, so you get nice little kind of evenly layered. The trumpet is the dry, dehydrated one. So what we do is we warm them up a little bit of warm water. We wash them 3 times, and we split them all open. So hopefully you don't have any grit. And we cook them. First we cook the foie gras. Once the foie gras render and all the fat we take to cook the mushroom in. So you're utilizing the same flavors all the time. Okay, we use duck fat when we put in here, and we use duck fat on this one as well. In the carrots we just roast. So we've done now 1 layer. We're going to put a thin layer of hammock. The menu reads terrine of hammock with duck liver and celeriac and pumpernickel. There's no pumpernickel in here, that's served on the side. So a nice thin layer on this one out, and then you're going to push it down all the way. At this stage we want to make sure that we have a little bit of vegetable. So we put carrots, and if you longer it this way, everyone's going to get carrots. Okay, so we're going to do 2 slices of carrots. And on top of that, we're going to put a bit of the comfy cabbage. We're going to have a little center of the greenery. Not too much. Obviously, there's very little of the cabbage that can actually stick together, apart from it's cooked in duck fat. So you've got to be careful how much you put in there. A thin layer is fine. Yeah? It's going to give you a nice greenery. Then, to give it a little bit stable, we're going to put a little bit of this hammock again. This is going to help bind it. The hammock, yeah, obviously all the gelatin in the meat. It's going to act like a natural gelatin. Okay, that's all we want. Then we need to have a bit of root vegetable. So we can put the root vegetable. This is celeriac, which has been confit in duck fat, salt, and thyme. And then you've got to make sure it's really soft, because when you cut it, the texture of your hammock, your foie gras, your vegetable all have to be soft. So when you slice it, you don't end up with a hard vegetable in the middle. So no al dente veg in this one. Okay, we're just going to put more. Now we're going to have a little bit more color, so we're going to cover that with a little bit of these black trumpet mushroom. And then we put a bit more cabbage on top. Same there, we push it all down. And we're going to add a little bit more of the celeriac on top of this. Okay, put a bit more of the black mushrooms on top. And then we need to finish with hammock. Hammock's going to add as the blocker. So you need hammock in the bottom, a hammock in the top. And the more you put in the middle, the more stable your terrine will be. But obviously if there's too much meat, it will be quite unimaginative and not as tasty. Okay? And obviously you've got time, sometimes cook, you've got to make sure you pull that out. So at this stage, put all the hammock on top. Same there, all nice layer. We're actually going to put a little bit more hammock on top of it because this is not enough. Essentially you need a little bit mounted on top and you close it, and as you press it, it's going to be complete. So before I carry on and closing this, we're going to add a bit more. But for now, thank you very much.
Okay.